Okay, in this third and final video on how to build your own assemblies, I'm going to show exactly how to build your assemblies, okay? I'm just going to build one or two of them here so you get an idea how it works. Okay, so I'm going to drill down here in 400. This is the category that I created. This is, if you did something like this, it'll be your company assemblies, okay? When I click on it, it shows subcategories that I built out in the previous video. And now I'm going to drill down in receptacles, and I'm going to create a new assembly. So I click on 401 receptacles. Now again, being true to my method here, I'm actually going to copy this. The reason I'm doing that is I'll paste it and I'll just be able to do something with it quicker than typing the whole thing. Okay, so I'm copying that. I'm going to drill down in this category and I'm going to create an assembly in the receptacle category. So now after I click or drill down, I should click on that category, then it opens up so I can build a new assembly. I'm going to do that by clicking the new assembly button. So I'm going to click new assembly and it'll open up. Now you want to name your assembly. Now again, if you use numbers, you can put them in the order you want. I'm literally going to paste what I saved here. You could type this if you want, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the 401 here, but I'm going to put a decimal and then put 001. And then see there's a space dash space. I'm going to name this receptacle with 10 feet of MC cable. I'm just going to put a W. I'm going to put 10 feet, hash mark, MC cable. Okay, now I'm going to copy and paste just the description, not the numbers. I'm going to copy them and just paste them to description. Okay, so I didn't want to put the numbers down here. Now again, I numbered this. The next assembly that I would build would be, I would number it 4001.005 and leave a gap. Okay, now let me explain this. You won't want to touch or mess with anything else in here in the setup. You see the material price and labor, don't touch it. Same with the items down here for unit price defaults. I'll explain that in a different video, but just don't touch it. At this point, you're just creating the name of the assembly, and then you click Save. I click Save there, and it should save or change screens. Okay, there it goes. Now, before you build out these assemblies, of course, you have to know what materials you want to include. I'm going to go up here and click Edit Material. I'm going to do this very simply, but you'll understand the concept, okay? Now, I'm in the mode here of building out an assembly. Doesn't this look just like if you're in an estimating, right? You have the product catalog here, you have the wizards button, and click here, I'll select, I see the assembly button isn't over here. I'm going to click the drop down and select assemblies. Now here's what I'm going to do, just real short and sweet and simple. I'm going to add a 20 amp duplex receptacle for commercial. 20 amp duplex receptacle in here, then I'm going to add 10 foot of MC cable. Okay, so I'm gonna look for the products I want to add. I'm going to use the assemblies. This makes it very simple. Now this is a commercial electrical assembly. So I'm going to click on the plus sign, commercial. I'm going to drill down into receptacles. Now, I'm going really fast, I know, but you probably have done this a million times in the estimate before. Click receptacles, plastic plates. Now it populates down at the bottom. Now I'm going to scroll down. I happen to know that assembly number 6 is a standard grade 120 volt 20 amp receptacle. I'm going to put in a quantity of 1. I see it hit the add button, so I'm going to scroll the bar back up and click add. Okay, now again, I'm building out an assembly. I'm just going to go in and add 10 feet of MC cable to this, plus what, connectors and other things. But here's how I started. So I'm just going to save it. Okay, now I'm going to go add the MC cable using the conduit wizard. I'll click on wizards. I'm going to click on conduit wizard. Now I'm just going to do this real fast. I'm not going to explain a whole lot. If you wanted to make this 10 foot of EMT with 3 number 12s, again, you just use the conduit wizard for whatever you want to put. In my case, I'm just going to put MC cable, so MC cable and 10 feet. So I'm going to select MC. I'm going to fly through this. I'm going to put 12.2 and find So again, I am just going to put in 10 feet and 1 run, and I'm going to add it. I'm going to close the conduit wizard now. It populated the materials right here, and I'm going to click Save. Now again, the cool thing about this is you can use our assemblies. If you wanted to add more materials, you just locate them either in the product catalog, the wizards, or the assemblies here. Here's the product catalog. Okay, so you can build out these assemblies however you want. Now, I'm going to say, I already saved this, but I'm going to click back and I'll show you how you need to refresh. So I'm going to click back. Now, in order for me to see this, it looks like I didn't input any materials here. You have to click the refresh button. I'm going to tell you when that refreshes there, it shows a list of the materials. Now, I won't explain why right now, but don't go by what this shows here in terms of labor and materials. Just don't go by that. I won't explain now why, but what we did was we just completed building out this assembly. Now I'm going to go back through again, the site tracker here. I click on receptacles. It's going back to the category here. Or actually this is the category, and again when I drill down in this category I'll see the assembly that I built. Okay, and I go back to your company name, rather 400, your company assemblies here, and it navigates back to that. Okay, and then I click on Assembly Catalog and it goes back to the main catalog. Now let me just explain something else. Again, I drill down in here for the subcategories and assemblies. If I was going to build another receptacle assembly, let me click on this category. Again, I would click New Assembly. I'd go name it, right? I'd make it a different number than this one, a higher number, and then I would edit it and keep going that way. Okay, so I explained that process. I won't do it again. I want to show you what this means to you now. This is what's cool. You're starting to build these out so you see them in your estimates. I'm going to go back to an estimate now and show you. Okay, so now I'm back in an estimate, and I'm going to click on Assembly. So I'm in takeoff edit mode here. Now again, I'm going to click on Assemblies. It's going to display this assembly catalog. Look here, this is the category we built out. I click the plus sign. We see the subcategories. Now I built out one assembly in here. I'm going to click on receptacles, and there it goes. It lists the assembly that we built out, or that I built out right here. So if I built out more receptacle assemblies, they would list down here. Okay. Now I just go put in the quantity I want. Say I want 16 of them. I click Add, and it populates all those materials that I put in there for one assembly times 16, okay? And I click Save. So that's how it works out in your estimate. Again, you build the assemblies in the main assembly catalog, and they show up in every estimate. Okay, now I'm going to navigate back to the assembly catalog. Okay, so that's it on how to build your own assemblies. You know, just give this some thought before you start, and use numbers in sequence, but give us some thought. When you add these, again, when you add the assemblies, you get to estimate or build the assemblies the way you want them, okay? It's a huge help and a huge time saver. So call us if you need help with that.